before we continue, I want to give a brief introduction to what is an altar, because most people, the Bible says in the book of Ephesians chapter 6 verses 12 and 13, if you read, that the battle is not of the flesh, but of principalities and rulers. Ladies and gentlemen, what is a principality? A principality is anything that tries to shape the belief system of a society. Are we together? That is the meaning of the word principality. You know, when you hear people say it is okay to say that you worship the devil, in some countries you hear somebody saying it is okay, but that is a principality that is ruling that area. Are we together? So the Bible is very clear, and it's not mincing its words. Are we together? Every place you go, people have erected altars. You know, maybe it is an altar of oppression, you know, and it's not like it started yesterday. Do you understand? It's not like it started 10 years ago. Like, for example, for a mobile network to have communications, you know, every place it has to have a booster. So an altar is kind of like a booster that is a communication, node. Let me call it a node. It's a place where you can communicate. You can never say, you see, for example, let me give you a very simple example. You cannot just call the devil like that. You have to erect an altar. You have to service the altar. Are we together? Welcome to this channel, and I'm very happy you me back. That is welcome to this channel. So you find that welcome. I'm very happy. I want to go to sleep, and I'm very happy that you have joined me. You see, ladies and gentlemen, once you have understood the meaning of the word altar, that is when you will start understanding me. Because every place and every person has erected an altar. Are we together? Are we together until there? Where people offer sacrifices to the altar. Number 3, you have to understand the basics. You cannot say that the devil or any spirit can erect its own altar. No, there must be a human agent to do that. Are we together? There must be an human agent to do it. Even a pastor is an agent of God. For example, every church has an altar. Do you understand? Yes. So when you think in those terms, then you'll be able to understand some of the things that are ailing a society. Do you understand? For example, if there is there's a lot of theft in an area, it is something that is affecting generations in that area. That is, there's a spirit hovering in that area. Do you understand? If there is a lot of so many things that are going wrong, then there's somebody who has erected an altar. you will control a geographic region. Ladies and gentlemen, are we up to there? Are we together? Are we together up to there? And this, what I've said is very simple. The person who has erected an altar is the one who is controlling a particular region. Do you understand? That's why if you come from, Ukambani, there is a lot of witchcraft, and so many dangerous doctrines, because it's something that is doctrinal. So when you go in that area, that altar will start beating you up. For example, when you go to other countries, you will see that if you try to fight another doctrine in another country, they will expel you. It's not the law that is expelling you, it is an altar that you are against. Are we together? Because, like, for example, the issue of the LGBTQ, it is an altar. If you look at it from that perspective, then you will understand that if you want to go and study in those countries, you have to agree with those altars, even if you come from Africa. So when you go there and you're a Christian, you will have a rough time. So when you look at it from that perspective, then it will help you to understand some of the things that are going on. For example, when you go somewhere and people say it is okay to walk around with a weapon, and you know very well that the youth of that area, like for example Kayole, the youth of that area, everybody wants to walk around armed. Do you think it is normal? It is not. And even if you're a law enforcer, you will find a lot of resistance in that particular area, because it is an altar that is against you. Those are the basics of altar business. Number 3, the stronger the altar, the strongest altar carries the day. Are we together? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment, and I would be very happy to be here this wonderful evening with you. So if you look at people from those eyes, like a spiritual man, when you look at people like this man is a spiritual man, then you will start understanding that there's a force that is behind what they do, system, their money, etc., etc. Are we together? If you start looking at it from that particular, there's an altar. For example, also sickness. Most people think sickness is but it can be induced to somebody. Are we together? If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment, and I will be more than happy to welcome you. If you look at it from that perspective of, I think I am crossing the line in terms of I am messing with the wrong altar, then you will realize what you are doing. Are we together? When you look at it from that perspective, okay, if you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. I would be more than happy to host you. Any question up to there? Any question? If you read the story of a man called Balaam and Balak, you know, Balak, Balaam told Balak to build an altar in order to curse the children of Israel. Are we together? So when you look at an altar, when you think about it, you'll realize that there are terms and conditions that you must comply to this kind of business. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment. If you have any issue, you can ask me now before I go to sleep. Do you understand me? So when you look at, for example, you're trying to do something and there's a lot of resistance, it's not that there's a particular person who doesn't like you. No, it is an altar. Your altar is sending a signal, is fighting another altar. Do you understand? So when you try to do something and then there's failure in your part, if you look at it from that perspective, that there's an oppressive cloud in a particular area, then you'll be able to understand me well. You'll be able to understand what is the problem. If you want to, the first question is, what is the problem? If you want to know what is the problem is definitely there's something that is against me, or there's something that's against you as a person. Do you understand? You see, there are people who, when they want to do something, maybe I remember there was one man who was having a hotel, and he would take all the bones and the customers have eaten, and bury them himself so that he can attract more customers. You wonder where he got money. Then you realize that this is some spiritual, it's everything that he has is spiritual in nature. Do you understand? So if you look at it from that perspective, then you'll be able to understand what I am trying to say.